Hello students, this is Devarchana Raut, lecturer in computer science. Today in our this slides we will be continuing about the topic that is networking devices and their interfaces. So first we need to know what is a network. So network in a computer is defined as a group of two or more computers system linked together. Computer or on a network are sometimes also known as nodes. Computer and devices that allocate resources for a network is known as servers. So network connect two or more computers together with the ability to communicate with each other. There are many type of computer networks such are local area networks, that is also referred as LAN. The computers that are geographically closed together or are that cover a small area, that is bounded within a small area, or we can say in a the network in a same building or a same institution or a same house is known as LAN. Next is wide area networks, which is also known as WAN. The computers are further apart and are connected by telephone lines or radio waves are known as wide area networks. Next comes the MAN or metropolitan area network. The data network designed for a town or a city is known as metropolitan area networks. So wide area network, we can take the example as the internet we actually use. We use some communicating devices or telephone lines, cables, or we can say by wireless devices by the help of which we can connect one system with one or more systems. At the last comes the home area network or HAN. Here, a network contained within the user's home that connects a personal digital devices. We can say the Bluetooth connections of the households are the examples of HAN or home area networks. Next, we will be learning about the NIC. What is NIC? NIC is a computer hardware component which is also known as network interface card. The main objective of NIC is it allows a computer to connect to the network. NICs may be used for both wired or wireless connections. So let's overview some of the work or functions of NIC. NIC allows both wired and wireless communications. NIC allows communications between computers connected via local area network as well as communications over large scale area networks, that is wide area networks or WAN, through the Internet Protocol or IP addresses. NIC is both a physical layer and a data link layer device. That is, it provides the necessary hardware circuitry so that the physical layer processes and some data link layer processes can run on it. Next, we will be discussing about the communicating mediums, so that how a computer is connected through wires or cables with one system and other. So for this we have networking cables. So there are some different types of networking cables. We will be further learning about these types of cables and their advantages and disadvantages. So networking cables are networking hardware that are used to connect one network device to other network device, or to connect two or more computers to share resources, as we do in printers and scanners. There are three types of different network cables used depending on the network's physical layer, topology, and its size, such as: first comes the coaxial cables, second comes the optical fiber cables, and third comes the twisted pair cables. Let's start with what is coaxial cable. Coaxial cable form a transmission line and confine the electromagnetic wave inside the cable between the center conductor and the shield. The transmission of energy in the line occurs totally through the dielectric present inside the cable between the conductors. The coaxial lines can therefore be bent or twisted according to our use without negative effects, and they can be strapped to conductive supports without inducting unwanted currents in them. Early Ethernet cables and 10 base 5 and 10 base 2 use baseband signaling over coaxial cables. So here the coaxial cable is a single cable with multiple layers, that is, inside it there is a copper wire, which is covered with the insulation layer, and further it is covered with copper mace, or we can say a copper net type of structure, and finally there is a outside insulation layer. So the main advantage of the coaxial cable is it avoids it avoids electromagnetic interferences, and which save us from different cross connections and network defaults. Next comes the optical fiber cable. This type of cable is very much popular and is very much essentially used for networking purposes. The optical fiber cable consists of a center glass core surrounded by several layers of protective material. The optical fiber development is more expensive than copper, but offers higher bandwidth and can cover for longer distances, for which it is highly preferable over rest other cables. There are two major type of optical fiber cables: the shorter range multi-mode fiber and long range single mode fiber. So here we can see that there is a fiber core and there is a cladding inside the hybrid glass coating, and there is a secondary buffer which is covered with the polyimide, and finally both are covered with the fluoropolymer jacket, that is a insulation or a plastic type of covering over it. So the transmission medium in optical fiber cable is through light, which avoids a lot of electromagnetic interference and gives us a smooth network. The main advantage of optical fiber is it can cover longer distances without any defaults. Next come the twisted pair cables. The twisted pair cabling is a form of wiring in which pairs of wires are twisted together for the purpose of cancelling out electromagnetic interference from other wires paired from the external sources. This type of cable is used for home and corporative sectors. The Ethernet, for example, the Ethernet networks. The twisted pair cable is used for shorter patch cables, and in longer run it is structured cabling. There are two types of twisted pair cables. One is shielded twisted pair cable and other is unshielded twisted pair cable. These two types of cable are basically because of their structure. In the unshielded twisted pair cable, there is only a single jacket and we have the insulated twisted pair conductors inside it. Whereas in shielded twisted pair cable, there is a fiber layer over the insulated twisted pair conductors where there is a drain where also, and there is a foil shield also over this, or a foil coating over this, the fiber layer. So first we have the insulated twisted pair conductor layer, then we have the foil shield over it, and finally we have a filter over this foil shield, and we have a outer coating or plastic coating that we say as a jacket in the shielded twisted pair cable. Next, we will be discussing about the USB cables. The USB cables are also known as universal serial buses cables. These cables connect a computer with a peripheral device such as keyboard, mouse, cell phones, or in today's time we connect a very much peripheral devices by using USB cables rather than to other computers. However, special network adapters, sometimes known as dongles, connect an Ethernet cable to a USB port indirectly. USB cables further are connected to twisted pair wirings. USB devices such as mice, flash drives are often powered by their USB connections. Next, we will be knowing about parallel cables. Parallel cables are series of metal wires that enable multiple bits of data to be transferred simultaneously at one point of time. The parallel cables have mostly given way to serial cables where data are transferred one bit after another. Next, we will be learning about Ethernet crossover cables. An Ethernet crossover cable is a type of twisted pair Ethernet cables used to connect computing devices together directly that would normally be connected via a network switch, Ethernet hub, or a router, such as directly connecting two personal computers via their network adapters. Most current Ethernet devices support auto MDIX, so it does not matter whether we use crossover or straight cables. So here we can see some of the pictures of the cable ports. Here we use printer port, that is a port for parallel cable. Here we have COM ports, which shows port for serial cables. Here we have USB port so that USB adapters can be put into it. In our next slide, we will be discussing about the networking devices. So this much for this slide. Thank you.